Hello, manifestors. Welcome to another amazing day. Just wanted to come on today and wish everyone a really happy Tuesday. As you guys saw last week, we started a series, and one of the things that we'll be doing is Tarot Tuesday. And so I wanted to come on today and introduce you to the new group admin, as well as kick off this first version of Tarot Tuesday, where we have a live guest. So I'm going to go ahead and just invite some folks over. If you are watching this live, go ahead and do the same. And then we will get started. I know a few of you have been asking about how to get a reading yourself. And so while I'm inviting some folks, I will let you know we actually started a series last Sunday called Crystal Ball Chat. And we do it every Sunday at 3. And so if you have been wanting to get a reading yourself, that's a really great opportunity for you to do so at very, very low cost. And actually, I just realized that we are broadcasting to my main page, which is why I can't find us. So sorry for any difficulties. So again, if you are watching, please feel free to say hi. For those who don't know me, my name is Benir Pierre. I'm an intuitive life coach, manifestation mentor, and the secret weapon every boss needs to get your life and business into abundant alignment. And so last week we started a series called Tarot Tuesday, where I come on and share one of my spiritual gifts, which is intuition. And so I do tarot readings. A lot of people have been kind of curious and wanting to know about what I do and how it works. So this is a really great opportunity for you to get a free reading. So we are going to go ahead and get started. So if you are in my free group, then you know that we've been looking for an admin, and I'm very happy to introduce you to the new group admin, Tas Mooress. Hey there, Tas.
Hello.
So Taz is the new admin in the Mastering Manifestation group. So if you are not part of Mastering Manifestation, definitely want to hop over there and request entrance. And so I figured what better person to have for the first version of Tarot Tuesday than the new group admin. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I will do a reading for Taz, and then I will do a more general reading for the group. If you are on and you have any questions, I certainly welcome you to ask those. And again, I invite you to join us for Crystal Ball Chat on Sunday at 3 p.m. And if you want to get tickets for that, you can go to crystalballchat.eventbrite.com. It's only $17 a person. So you're saving $80 on a reading. So hey there, Chaz. How are you feeling today?
Hi. I'm good. Look, I do this every day. It's like my little journal. Feeling good. Just got to get stretch in. And then I wore my P-shirt today. This is my P-shirt I have on.
Your P-shirt? Okay.
Gotcha. I wish you could see the back of
the P-shirt. Okay. Very good. So we are going to go ahead and get started. Do you have any specific questions you were wanting an answer on today?
I really don't. I just want to see what the card's gonna say, and then I just want to see what the card's got to say for me. Then I can go from there. So,
okay, sounds good. Alrighty. So I'm just going to do a general reading, and then if there's anything specific that you have a question about, then we certainly can address that. But it's interesting because as I'm pulling it, what's coming up for me, I definitely see that you're having a lot of money worries. And it looks like it's not so much you worrying about money as it is money keeps coming into the picture. And so it's like, even when you're trying not to think about money, something money related makes you think about it. Does that make sense?
Right. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So the reason I say that is the card that shows up first is the Three of Pentacles. And so with the Three of Pentacles, that is one of the first things that I see here is charity, looking for direction. But the card that's crossing it is the Ace of Pentacles. So I'm not sure if you can see that here. But
Yeah,
on the Ace of Pentacles, so
can see it.
Pentacles
Yeah.
represent security, particularly financial security. And so what it's looking like here is that there's been some stress about money, maybe seeking some direction, not really sure where to go. And I feel
Mhm.
like you've been shifting your attention. So you've been trying not to really focus on it or worry about it too much. At the same time, with this
Mhm.
Ace of Pentacles, it's almost like, even though there's money things happening around you, the hand of God has been providing. You've been getting
Right.
everything you need. And so it's like, bills may come and things may seem like they're falling down, but you're being provided with what you need when you need it. Does that make sense?
Exactly. Yes.
Okay. I almost see it like manna from heaven.
Yeah.
And so I feel like there's a few things that you don't know where the money's coming from, and right as soon as you need it, it comes through.
Right. Mhm. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the card that shows up next is the King of Cups, cups representing emotions.
Mhm.
So with the King of Cups,
Mhm.
what I see here is, number one, and it actually looks like you've been doing a pretty good job of managing your emotions. That's in your goals and desires position. And it seems like that's been almost something that you're striving for, to be the queen of your emotions, to not allow your emotions to rule you.
Exactly. Yes.
Does
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
It's hitting the nail on the head. Everything is hitting
okay.
the nail on the head. Yeah. So, yeah, that's good.
So it's really interesting because, again, even in this card, so just like before where I said it seems like there's some financial stuff coming up, but you're still able to navigate through that and God has been providing as you need it. Same thing here. If you look with the king, he's on, I don't know if you can see the water behind him, but
Yeah,
it's
I see.
very choppy. It's very unbalanced. And
Right.
so he still is able to find that peace, though. He's
Mhm.
still, if you see him sitting on his throne, he's not shaken by the choppy
Mhm.
waters. And so
Right.
it's like, even though things have been happening around you, there's this yearning for an inner peace that's not affected by your circumstance. Does
Right.
that make sense
Yeah,
for
that
you?
makes sense. Mhm. Yeah,
Okay.
that
So the card that shows up in your distant past position is the Ten of Swords.
mm,
And this is interesting because swords represent action. And so looking at this card, of course you see someone who is, they have the swords in their back, they're laid out. So the first thing that comes up for me is inaction and stagnation.
mhm.
And it's almost like there's been almost like you've been stuck a little bit
Yeah.
with, and again, this is what's showing up in the distant past. In the recent
Mhm.
past, it's the Two of Pentacles. So I'm still seeing a bit of that stagnation, but it seems like it's moved from before being completely stuck and not knowing what to do to now being almost between two minds, like
Right.
not really sure what is the best direction, but at least now you have options, whereas before it just was like you were stuck and there was no clarity. Does
Uh-huh.
that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. I can actually relate to that because there it might yeah, it passed like from here. And then like right now it's like I have an idea like, okay, should I, go this direction? And I feel like I have a battle between my mind and my heart sometimes.
Hmm.
like,
Like I said, it's almost
like,
like there's this double-mindedness.
right. It's like, should I go with my mind or should I go with my heart? And now that's the
Hmm.
battle I'm dealing with right now. It's like, okay, which one should I do? Because before it was
Hmm.
nothing. And then now I'm
Hmm.
like, okay, so what should I do now? So, yeah.
Hmm.
Wow.
Okay. Okay. So interestingly enough, the answer to that question is in this next card, which you got the Hangman for your future. And so what I'm seeing in this card is what you should do is be still and know. Whenever I see this card, the thought that comes for me is in stillness there is knowing. It's a
Ah.
reminder for us to go within. And so,
Mhm.
looking at the Hangman, most people will look at his circumstance and assume that at the very least it's pretty uncomfortable. He's hanging upside down, like, what's going on, bruh? But
Exactly.
if you look, he is perfectly still.
Yeah.
He's
Hmm.
content. And even looking around his head, you see the wisdom and the knowledge that he's gaining from being
Right.
in that position. And so, a lot of times when we're in this spot where it feels like there's no movement or it feels like we are kind of stuck,
Yeah.
it doesn't always have to be stagnation. And so, what I'm hearing from this is yes, you have options, but go within and be still. Like sometimes we have to be still enough to see all options clearly. Does that make
Okay.
sense?
Yeah, it
And
does.
I'm kind of getting a feeling that some of the answers you've been looking for, you've been wondering when the answer will come. It's
Hmm.
because you're looking for it outside of you.
Yeah, that's true. I have. I'll be like, oh,
Yeah.
okay. I've been looking outside, but I didn't come back. As I said, I didn't come back home. Didn't come back home.
That's
It-
exactly. You have
Yeah,
to come back home.
I have to
You
come
are
back
your
home.
guru.
I'm a guru.
You know everything that you need to know to navigate this. It's simply a matter of you remembering it. I
Okay.
love the fact that you're journaling and the fact that you're doing this work to really understand yourself better.
Yeah.
The more that you're able to do that, not only with this particular situation, and again, I'm feeling like it's a money thing. And I definitely can feel,
Yeah.
particularly because Pentacles keep coming up. I mean, the card that shows next is the Queen of Pentacles, and this is in the who you are position. And
Right.
so what I'm seeing is that there's a lot of insecurity around finances.
Hmm.
And for some reason I'm also hearing like a bit of so the word that's coming up for me is poverty consciousness. Like
Ah.
kind of this idea that there's nobility in suffering or that you don't have to have anything as long as you have just enough, you're good. And that's
Yeah.
absolutely a money block.
That is
So
a money
before I
block.
can, is that accurate for you?
I think that is accurate before because I had mentioned this before. More like, do I really need it? And that's like that, and I don't know why. And it's like I think that's that money block, and I never knew the word. And I guess that is like the poverty mindset because it's like out further out, and I'm like, I don't think I don't go further out. And then I think the whole idea of just if I had more, I'm too worried about outside instead of
Mm-hmm.
I worry
Mm-hmm.
about the and everything. So it's like if I have enough, I'm good. I'm good. I'm
Mm-hmm.
good. And so yeah, those insecurities with finances because like dealing with finances and stuff, and so that makes me worry. Like, okay, hopefully we will, but have enough for this and have enough for that,
Mm-hmm.
and have okay. But like you said, just when taken care of. It's not like we're like scrapping or, oh no, what we're gonna do. There's never like a panic mode. It's never a
Mhm.
panic mode. So
Mhm.
yeah, I say for you to say that, I've been wondering like, what is my money block? Like because stuff I can manifest stuff if I, and it don't really. I'll be honest, it doesn't take much, but when it comes to
Mhm.
money, it's like, nah. Yeah,
Mhm.
I don't know
Mhm.
why. When it comes to money, it's like, nah. And I don't know why I'm like
Mhm.
that. So it's something I'm gonna have to like really dig with things go, you know,
Mhm.
and about it. And I think it's probably my upbringing. I want to say it's that, but I got to figure it out because I still can't pinpoint it. Like, where did I get
Mhm.
this from? Where did I get
Right.
this from? So yeah, I
That makes
got to come back home
that
and figure it out.
absolutely makes sense. And now one
Yeah.
thing I will say, I'm not saying that you have to like be in love with money. Certainly
Hmm.
not. But a lot of times when we're stuck and feeling like having just enough is good enough, that
Hmm.
limits our impacts. And I've spoken to you about your vision for the future.
Hmm.
And I'm going to tell you something, honey. That ain't free.
Yeah. It ain't free. No.
And so, of course, you are a money magician. And so, that we teach that it's not about the money. Who cares about the
Right.
money and the dollars? It's about what you want on the other side of that. But it's
Right.
almost like because there's been a block with the money, there's a block in seeing that bigger vision too.
Right. Yeah.
Does that
Yeah.
make sense?
Yeah.
It's
That
like
makes
it
sense.
almost is stopping you from dreaming big because you're
Big. Right.
dreaming with just enough.
That's enough. Right. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. That makes sense. That makes sense. Because I sit here and wonder, like, okay, I know what is needed, and then it's like, okay, well, and I don't know why I
Mhm.
just stop. It's like I just
Mhm.
stop, and that's kind of like a little stuck place because it's like,
Mhm.
okay, I'm here, and I don't know, should I go again with my mind, like a
For
balance?
your heart. Right.
Hmm. There it
Okay.
is.
Absolutely makes sense.
Yeah.
Again, going back to this Ace of Pentacles, know that every single thing you need for your experience is being ushered to you. And so it's
Wow.
just a matter of you getting really clear about what you actually want. I feel like there's been, because you have been of double mind, there's
Hmm.
been clarity and a disconnect with what you actually want. And so get clear about your intentions, get crystal clear about not only the what, but also the why.
Okay.
And
Okay.
so, interestingly enough, so again, looking at this card that's in the who you are position, it's the Queen of Pentacles. And it's almost like, so you see her staring at this coin in her lap. And
Yeah.
it's almost like she is so content with just that one thing, but at the same time, because she just has that one, she's reluctant to let go of it.
Ah.
And so, one thing you want to make sure with the just enough mentality, you want to make sure that you're not stopping yourself from releasing money. Again, like I said, money keeps coming up
Yeah.
here. So you want to make
Wow.
sure that you're not afraid to let go of it, especially on things for you. So what's coming up for me is that you don't actually have a problem spending money for your kids if it's a necessity. But when it's for you or something that's not deemed a necessity, then
Ah.
like there's that feeling of, oh well, we don't really need that, and so you don't allow yourself to purchase it. Keep in mind
Ah.
that open hands, so hands that are open to release, hands that are open to give, receive
Mhm.
freely. And so you want to make sure,
Okay.
again, going back to this Ace of Pentacles, you receive freely, but it's almost like your hands are full. So you're right. You do have what you need and you do have just enough because you won't let
Yeah.
go of what you have. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yeah.
Would you say that's accurate?
Because yeah, when it comes to my husband, my children, my mom, everybody, I'm like here, 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 and but when I sit here and go, oh, I would like that, and I go, no, never mind, I don't need it. I do it in a
Hmm.
it's a quick second, and then I look at, well, what do I have right here, and I'll just use what I have right here. I do
Hmm.
that. I can work with what I got right here
Hmm.
instead of like receiving anything back.
Right.
But when it's time for me to receive, it's like, oh, okay. It's kind of like I pretty much like downplay it, like it's
Hmm.
no big deal. It's no big deal.
Hmm.
And I kind of I push it away.
Right. And there's nothing wrong with being efficient, making the most efficient use of what you have. At the
Yeah.
same time, understand that you pushing away is telling the universe, is telling God, no, I don't need it. And so
Right.
you have to make sure that your actions are aligned with your intentions. So if you're asking for abundance and you're asking for God to show up and provide these things, but then people try to give you something or there's something you need and it's like, no, 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 I'll make do. That's kind of what you're saying to the universe in general. Is no, it's cool. I'll
Right.
make do with just what I have.
Right.
Hmm.
Okay. I would check myself on that. I would do that next time. Like if
Hmm.
it happens a lot and I go, I'm just gonna go, I receive it. I'm just gonna say that
Hmm.
first thing, put it in
Yes.
my mind.
Yes.
I receive it because I just
Hmm.
don't put that. I don't even say those words in my mind. It's other stuff
Hmm.
will come in. And I think that's what the battle is with my mind and my heart because like in my heart, I want it. But in my
Yes.
mind, I'm overthinking it, analyzing it, and going, hey, I could care less.
Hmm.
And that's what I'm
Hmm.
dealing with right now. Because, like, deep down in my heart, there's things I want. I really want. And there's things I need too, but I don't express it. I don't say anything. I just go, it's
Hmm.
okay. We'll do that later. And then my mind is like, yeah, we can put that on the back burner. Here, you
Hmm.
got this. And my brain that you got. Look at this, what you got. Look at this.
Hmm.
Okay.
And that
I'll
is
just deal with
certainly
that.
part of it. You want
Yeah.
to make sure that you are grateful for what you have.
Right.
Absolutely. At the
Yeah.
same time, you have to make sure that you're allowing yourself to stay open to receive.
Okay.
And so, and it's not even just, so with you, I would even say, hey there, Connie, thanks so much for hopping on. So with you, I would say that it's both a matter of making sure that you are open to receive from the universe, making sure that you're open to receive from people. But for you, I'm almost getting the sense that you have to first start with being open to receive from yourself.
Right. I'm ready
Um,
for myself. Okay.
yeah, I'm getting the sense that actually I will ask you, when was the last time that you gave something to you, just for you?
Just for me. Um, Actually, I did. I went. I had to. The thing about it, but I think. Well, I want to say it this way. Yeah. Well, this was for me. I had to go to a funeral when I was with my mom, and I had to get an outfit because I didn't bring it out, and so I was like, well, let me get me a dress, and I said, I went a little step further. Oh, let me get me some shoes, and then they had a sale, and I was like, I almost. Oh, I'm not gonna get that. I'll just make do what I want. But I actually said no. I'm gonna get another because I needed another pair of shoes. I don't have any shoes,
Hmm.
so I went
Hmm.
ahead and got the shoes. And then
Very good.
for a minute, my brain was like, oh, why did you get that? And I'm like, no, 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 no. I just kept blocking it out. So like, listen, I wanted it. I actually
Mhm.
needed it because I'm not a shoe person. So I was like, it
Mhm.
would be nice to have a black ones and a nice cute sandals, and I would love to have them. And I'm gonna be honest, ever since I got it, I've been so happy because I can go, oh, I
Good.
got some shoes that I.
Yes.
So
Okay.
that was
So
like
I
maybe
definitely
3 weeks
encourage
ago.
you to,
Yeah.
okay. I definitely encourage you to continue doing that. Put yourself, um, I, so, my teaching is that you have to
Yes.
be at the top of your list. You have to be, filling your cup first. But I feel
Right.
like for you, it's first a matter of put yourself on your list.
Okay.
Like, make sure that you are even
Tawana,
on your
Taz,
list. I'm telling you. Yes.
up at
Yes.
the top, and then everybody else follow behind. Got you. I'm gonna do that.
Absolutely.
Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? And I'm gonna put my name real big on it, and then I will like list like my husband, my children, and then everybody else under it,
Yes.
so I can know, Tawana, this is what you need to do first
Mhm.
right
Mhm.
here, which I uh,
Absolutely.
so
Absolutely.
okay.
And interestingly enough, so the final card that's showing up is the Page of Swords. And with the Page of Swords, this is a call to action. So looking at the cards that showed up previously and the money and being of kind of two minds needing to make a decision, what's coming up is that it's time to take some action. It's time
Okay.
to make a decision about not only, like, I feel like there's a specific thing that has been on your mind in regards to how to move forward.
Mm.
And I'm getting the sense that it's something that relates to your future and your family's future. And it's something
Mm-hmm.
that you've been kind of holding off on answering or deciding.
Right.
You have to make a decision and walk in
Okay.
that. Know that whatever decision you make, trust your gut. And I feel like, again, I'm getting the sense that it's something that affects your whole family. So it's not even just something that you are deciding only. Like, it's both you and your husband. And so you want to make sure that you're not getting analysis paralysis, is what I like to call it, where we think
Analysis
about something so long, but we
paralysis.
don't
Okay.
actually move. And so
Yeah.
whatever this thing is, it's time for you to just choose an option and take action. Does that make
Okay.
sense? Is that something you
Yeah.
understand?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Very good. Any specific questions about your reading today?
No, it's you know something. I'm glad I didn't ask any questions because I was gonna ask, well, what should I do for my future? I'm just da, da, da. But you answered all my questions in the reading. It's what I needed to hear
Mhm.
because
Mhm.
it's one of those things that I just was like, I don't know. Like you started off like you're in between minds on what I want to do, and I'm like, oh my gosh. Has she been around me for the past couple of months or so? A while or something. That's what I'm thinking about here, like wall or
That is
something.
too funny.
Because everything you said has hit the nail on the
Mhm.
head. Like, oh my goodness, and you come to this decision that my husband and I need to decide, and I have been putting it off. Oh my gosh, and you're right. It's analysis paralysis because I've been thinking about it, thinking about it, thinking about it, and I go,
Mhm.
okay, I'll push it aside. I'll worry about it another time. And I'm thinking about it, thinking about
Mhm.
it, thinking, and I push it aside another side. So, okay, so I'm gonna make a decision, and I'm gonna talk to my husband about it. We're gonna make this decision because I keep putting it off. I know I have. So,
Okay.
so yeah.
Very good. Well, I thank you for the opportunity to read for you today.
Thank you for doing this.
And no problem. And
I love
anyone
it.
who is watching and would like to get a reading yourself. Again, I invite you to join us for Crystal Ball Chat on Sunday at 3. The website is .eventbrite.com. crystalballchat.eventbrite.com. It's only $17 a person. Normally readings with me are 97, so you're saving 80 bucks. The website again is crystalballchat.eventbrite.com. I'll see you on Sunday at 3, and we will be back next week. And I'm actually going to be reading for Ashlyn Ray, so this should be really interesting. Thank you guys so much for joining me today, and you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.
Hey.